The classic Saturday Night Live bit with Christopher Walken and more cowbell being played, and they're going to ring those cowbells for all it's worth here tonight at Davis Wade Stadium. Here we go, line of scrimmage, the Alabama 32-yard line. Damian Harris in the backfield. Jalen Hurts takes the snap, drops back, looking to pass, as all day. Now he's going to roll to his right, looking downfield. Now has to tuck and run out of bounds. At about the 33-yard line, Errol Thompson chased him out. Minute 1 to go after a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, pretty good protection up front by the Alabama offensive lineman right there. He looked like he might have had Calvin Ridley on the left side
Fake
for some
Bulldogs.
reason. Didn't like it, rolled out to the right, ran out of bounds for a gain of 1.
Second down and 9 from the 33-yard line from the right hash. 2 receivers each way. Harris in the backfield. Hurts takes the shotgun snap. 4-man rush. Steps up, throws over the middle. Calvin Ridley has it, spins it near midfield, and is taken down at the 48-yard line with 54 seconds to go.
It's going to be a good game. I never would have dreamed this.
Probably Jalen Hurts' best throw of the night right there. Got Calvin Ridley on the skinny post in the middle of the field.
Quick snap from the 48. Hurts has to roll to his right. Jalen Hurts rolling and throws out of bounds. Incomplete, looking for Ridley about 15.
Looks like it might go to overtime.
Stops the clock with 44 seconds.
That always favors the home team.
With the pressure on Hurts, forcing him to throw.
Yeah, again, Mississippi State brought the blitz right.
It goes to overtime. I think Alabama will win it.
Right now, looks like they need about 22 yards or so to get that comfortable field goal range for Alabama.
Keep me up to date on the Tennessee game. We're losing bad.
Hurts in the gun. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Pressure.
Yeah.
Hurts in trouble, and down he goes.
Whoa.
Back at the 43-yard line. Sack number 6 for Mississippi State. Errol Thompson.
Wow.
And now Nick Saban's going to call a timeout here.
Timeout, Alabama. Second timeout of the half. Please put 38 seconds.
I keep losing signal.
Team has 1 timeout.
What's up, Dylan? Just listening to the last
15 coming up for
minute of the Alabama game.
Yeah,
Since Tennessee's getting their butt beat.
For the Alabama offensive line, that's a lot of sacks, many more than they're used to giving up.
I don't know who I want to win this game.
We have 11 on the season. Excuse me, 15 on the entire season, and 6 tonight.
Man, Mississippi State's defense has showed up.
With Ross Piersbacher, their outstanding left guard, going down early, how much of an impact that's had on that staff.
Now, Mississippi State looked like it was about to break.
Freshman quarterback. I mean, he did pretty good for freshman, but our defense. I must be parked in a bad area. I keep losing XM radio signal.
43-yard line, Alabama. Jalen Hurts waiting on a shotgun snap. Damian Harris in the backfield. There's the snap. Here comes the blitz. McLaurin in his face, overran him. Now Hurts stepping up and running. Whoop, we got a whistle.
Holding.
Target snap. Timeout, Mississippi State.
Ooh.
Final timeout of the half.
That was a bad timeout there.
With you, Mark. I guess amongst all the cowbells, it was hard to hear the whistle on the field. It looked like Jalen Hurts had a lane, but turns out there was a timeout called before it all happened.
Yeah, I saw that. It's 27-0 at half.
Clock here with 38 seconds to go.
Miami might make it to the playoffs. They don't have a schedule to worry about.
As Todd Grantham, the defensive coordinator, dialed up the heavy.
I don't know that much about the ACC, but
last year to this year with this team, that was.
Does Miami play Clemson? Are they in the same division and all that? I don't know. I guess they play in the championship game.
He has brought a ton of pressure on Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has not been able to get comfortable in the pocket, and he really hasn't been able to get loose for those big scrambles that we know him so well for. So he's done a really good job of containing him, making him a little bit uncomfortable in the pocket.
Oh, okay, so it's definitely Clemson, Miami.
Some defensive coordinators like to drop a lot of man into coverage, where others like to blitz and kind of force the quarterback to make a quick decision.
38 seconds to go. We're tied at 24. Alabama has it at their own 43-yard line, 3rd and 15.
Come on now.
Yeah. Hurts waiting. Flaps the hands, and there's the snap. Throws over the middle. Ridley's got it at the 45-yard line. Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. A huge conversion on 3rd and 15.
I think it's this bad weather knocking my satellite out.
Todd Grantham loves to blitz on those 3rd and long situations right there. Brought the all-out blitz. Alabama was ready for it.
I don't know. He just missed a field goal. I hope they don't count on him.
By Damian Harris.
Be another 40-yarder.
Out from the safety, Mark McLaurin, who was trying to put pressure on Jalen Hurts. He hit Calvin Ridley for a big slant.
This is about Alabama. They don't ever give up. They don't get worried and rattled. That's good coaching.
Last time, 31 seconds to go from the Mississippi State 26-yard line. Hurts throwing over the middle. It is caught and spinning into the end zone. Devontae Smith.
Oh, man. No overtime.
Alabama's taken the lead. 26 yards from Jalen Hurts to the true freshman, Devontae Smith.
Just a simple slant pattern.
They'll be number one Monday.
Devontae Smith matched up one-on-one. The safety misses the tackle, and Devontae Smith is into the end zone.
The Alabama fans who have made their way an hour and a half west of Starkville making some noise, but the bulk of the stadium silent here tonight. It's been raucous all night long. Papanastis with the extra point attempt. Placement down, kick is up, and it is through. And 25 seconds to go, and without a timeout, Mississippi State now trails. Alabama leading 31-24.
Wow.
6 plays, 68 yards, 44 seconds. And when it's all said and done,
maybe
4
so.
big plays here tonight.
It's going to be interesting.
For Alabama.
Todd Grantham, as great of a game as he's called tonight, he's going to want that one back right there. 3rd and 15. Brought the all-out blitz again. Brought the safety through the A-gap. Damian Harris came up, did a fantastic job cutting his legs out. He had Calvin Ridley on the right side, matched up one-on-one. Ran a quick slant pattern, lost his man, and did his legs. A great job, though, by Jalen Hurts. Again, every time this young man has been questioned, he is an
that Jalen Hurts is a gamer.
In a big situation. Even going back last year to the national championship against Clemson, where he had a dramatic drive to take the lead.
Well, that'd be on highlight reels forever if they did that.
Jalen Hurts now 10 of 19, 242 yards.
Running back for a touchdown.
His first touchdown pass of the night.
They need to get it out to about midfield and throw a Hail Mary is about their only chance. Good grief, I lost signal again.
Mississippi State has no timeouts. And Dedrick Thomas awaiting the kickoff from J.K. Scott with 25 seconds left on the clock.
Squib it.
What a football game we've seen tonight. Still 25 seconds.
Let one of them fat old up linemen run it.
This has been a heavyweight matchup.
Scott with a high, short kick. And it goes out of bounds on the near side at the 21-yard line. So
that's actually probably pretty smart.
Decent field position off the out-of-bounds kick here.
Kick out of bounds. Number 10. Receivers have
to get the 35-yard line.
And that was certainly not intentional right there by J.K. Scott. He was trying to do a sky kick maybe to one of the upbacks. Pushing a little too far to the right. But right here, if you're Nick Fitzgerald, you got 24 seconds to go. You got no timeouts remaining, though. Again, this is where those early timeouts really could have proved costly. You know, you got to try to work the edges, maybe something long down the middle of the field. You got to be really efficient with your time right here. But the number one goal at this point has to be putting yourself in range to give that last heave Hail Mary.
Come on now.
Bread and butter is option and run, but as you pointed out, can't do that without any timeouts. And from the 5-yard line, Nick Fitzgerald.
Oh, come on.
Drops back, pressure coming from Evans, flushes him out to the right. Now Bugs chasing him down, has him on the grass momentarily, throws sideline, and it's a catch out of bounds across the 50 to the 49-yard line by Reggie Todd. 16 seconds to go.
Oh, man.
Absolutely play by Nick Fitzgerald.
But they have to get a touchdown. Man, this signal, I'm not getting good signal. Come on now.
18 yards. A cannon, like you said, if he can get him a little. game. 16.
My signal keeps going in and out.
From the 49 of Alabama, snap, Fitzpatrick rolls this time to his left, loading up, throws across field, through the hands, incomplete. And the clock with 11 seconds to go.
My signal is crappy right here. Well, I wish I could hear it if it's a comeback.
Fitzgerald from the 49-yard line with 11 seconds to go. And his Mississippi State Bulldogs down 7, 31-24. Alabama trying to escape. Second and 10 coming.
Where do I get that at?
Fitzgerald takes the snap, three-man rush. Plenty of time in the pocket. Throws toward the right side, incomplete. No flags. There were two defenders, including Minka Fitzpatrick and Levi Wallace on Jordan Thomas. 5 seconds.
Paul, he's not getting fired. If he was getting fired, he'd already been fired.
Could have possibly gotten away with the pass interference right there. Never really got his head around. Had his hands in
I got an apple. I'll check that out.
Replay, they're very upset, and I frankly understand why. I think probably should have been called pass.
Send me a Facebook message and remind me what's the name of that.
5 seconds to go. Sending in a bunch of receivers. Reggie Todd, Osiris Mitchell.
Hail Mary time.
Jamal Couch. Down 7, 5 seconds to go from the 49. There's the snap. Fitzgerald back, all the way back to the 35. Loads up, throws a deep ball down toward the end zone. It's a jump ball, it's knocked down.
Whoa.
Flag on the field.
There's a flag on the play.
A flag.
Flag sitting.
Come on.
Right far side of the end zone.
And if this is pass interference on Alabama, the ball will be placed at the 2-yard line.
Oh my gosh.
Call. You hardly ever see pass interference.
Pass interference.
Number 4. 50 yards.
Yeah, I bet you are, Paul. Hey, are you getting any girls sitting next to you at church, Paul, since you've been on my show?
Getting a look at it on the ESPN replay from Keith Holcomb. The linebacker took down Osiris Mitchell.
Pardon me, it's a 15-yard penalty. I got my leagues briefly confused there. It's a 15-yard penalty. So they'll still have the ball at the 36-yard line, but still a huge play.
Yeah, Kentucky did good.
Pass interference by Keith Holcomb.
They're looking for a miracle here in Starkville. Did they incorrectly mark the ball? They did. They blew the whistle, and now they give them 2 more yards up to the 34-yard line. No time on the clock.
Oh, man.
Down 7. Fitzgerald back to pass. 10-step drop. Loads up. Throws another one deep toward the end zone, and it's going to go out back the end zone. And
That's
it's over. Alabama comes into Starkville and rallies in the 4th quarter to stay unbeaten. They beat Mississippi State 31-24.
Well, they didn't get their butt beat, but now Mississippi State played good. Let's see what Tennessee, 41-17.
On the play. Illegal block in the back, number 84 offense. Penalties declined. Holding, number 75 offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay 3rd down.
Trey Sims and Emmanuel Hall, the 2 people for Missouri, were whistled on the play.
Oh, that Mississippi State game, golly, guys. That was a ball game. Yeah. That would have really shook things up when you had number 1 and number 2 both losing. Wow. Well, if Alabama didn't lose, I don't know that they're ever going to lose. Good grief. So, Paul, what's going on in the ball game? It's 41-17. I've been listening to the Alabama game. Hey, what do you think about Will McBride for being his first start? I think there was a stretch there. I think he played pretty good. I really don't think they're going to fire Butch Jones, though. Really? Since 1966? Wow. Has Notre Dame even scored? Let's see. I got my trusty XM. 33-0.
Let's get you what you need. Get in the zone. Auto zone. Miami on a 4th and 10 elects to throw the ball. They hit the big throw. They get it first.
Yeah, you were right, Paul.
Soon after,
I don't know. There was just something inside of me that thought, man, we might show up.
A power sweep.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I just said. If they were going to get rid of him, they would have already gotten rid of him. Hey, Joe Gator.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for Notre Dame at the 20-yard line of the 20.
I tell you what, I never thought Tennessee and Florida would be at the bottom of the SEC like we are. The SEC needs Florida and Tennessee to be good. What's going on, Tennessee? I like that name. Just listen to the Alabama game, man. That was close. I appreciate that, Joe Gator. I tell you what, people watch. I never dreamed I'd have so many Gator and Alabama fans watching my show. That just blows my mind. Yeah, it was. Yep. What do y'all think about having a contest where we can win a tiki totem? Like did any of y'all ever watch Jim Rome when he has those, yeah, I got scared for Alabama too. And when he has them fans call in and do these trash talking things, I'm thinking about doing that for the SEC championship game and do it like the UFC, whatever, has a number, and just do it. Call it Smack Off 1 or something. We'll have to come up with some acronym for it if y'all could be thinking about that. And I've got tiki totems because I'm going to be doing a fundraiser. I've got tiki totems, not just to Tennessee. I've got Alabama, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. I got them all, and I'm going to start giving some of those away. And I'm also going to sell some to raise funds for a couple of charities that are dear to my heart. But I tell you what, if Georgia would have won, that would have been a heck of a deal. Man, the hype for that SEC championship game would have been off the chart. Well, they'll be for sale pretty soon as I get my website done here in the next week or so. I'm going to post a video about the tiki totems. I'm going to have pictures of them, and y'all can look at them. They're about $35 retail. And they're nice. They're about that tall. They're not rinky-dink. Yep. Does Auburn have a chance to win the SEC West? I haven't been keeping up with Auburn. If Alabama wins out, wait, Auburn hasn't lost an SEC game, have they? I guess the winner of the Iron Bowl goes to the championship. Is that right? Perfection? I think that's it. Has Auburn lost an SEC? Oh, that's right. They lost to LSU. So Alabama would have to lose too, so it's done. Oklahoma was beating the snot out of TCU. I was surprised about that. I'm trying to scroll back because y'all are typing too fast. So I see, says Alabama 1, Miami 2, Clemson 3, Oklahoma 4, Auburn 5, Georgia 6. I think that's probably pretty spot on, but you never know with these voters anymore. Oh, okay, that's right. So if Auburn wins the Iron Bowl, they go. You hope your linebackers get well, Justin Scott. Who's your team, Justin? Is it Georgia or Alabama? Must be Alabama. Justin Scott. I've got so many Alabama and Georgia and Florida fans in here. I've tried to remember them, who they are. Oh, that's right. I remember. I remember a lot of y'all's comments. Don't you think I don't remember? I really appreciate it. It's freaking awesome. When will Butch get fired? Well, I thought he would have been fired 3 or 4 weeks ago. They've got that new signing thing for recruiting that's in December this year. And I heard on Feinbaum that if they're going to do anything, they needed to do it 3 or 4 weeks ago. And so I don't know what they're doing. I read an article where John Curry, our AD, is just trying to be loyal. I don't know. That just doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm going to say this about Butch Jones. He's not an elite coach, and I'd love to have a change. But me and Big Vol Daddy was talking on the phone the other night when I was driving late, and he counted down all the injured players we've had. Nick Saban couldn't have won with our team. I mean, he would have done better. But I couldn't believe how many injuries to big players we had. Jawan Jennings was our #1 wide receiver, and I think he was out at the first game. You got Todd Kelly Jr., our best defensive back. He's been out all season. I mean, the list is, and we've been just a mass unit on the offensive line. And I think they said we started 4 freshmen on the offensive line. I don't know if I heard right. Oh, man. Hey, Emery Morgan, glad to see you. Yeah, you're right. He needs to go back to the MAC, Joe Gator. Yeah, the U does look good. I bet that's eating up them Georgia fans about Mark Richt doing good. I don't know. Kirby Smart's a good coach. He's just his 2nd season, and he's made some mistakes that young new coaches make. But I remember when he played in the 90s, he was a heck of a linebacker. I think he's going to be great. Yeah, Lou is crying. I haven't watched his video, but I'm going to watch it after I get off here. It had a picture of him with his hand back up to the TV. I don't know. He's broke a couple of TVs the last year or so he might have broke his TV. Has anybody watched his video? It's 17 minutes long, so I didn't watch it yet. Yeah. Yeah, get to the last. That's the Mark Richt way. Who's going to replace Butch Jones? Well, I'm going to tell you what I think. I don't think it's going to be John Gruden. I'm going to tell you why. He's making a boatload of money right now, showing his ugly face on TV, and he doesn't have to worry about nothing. And it's going to be a pressure cooker, and that's got a lot of good coaches scared off. I don't think it'll be John Gruden. I don't think he's going to go back into coaching, but I may be wrong. A lot of people say Chip Kelly would be good, and Frost. I forget all the names out there. I'm trying not to worry about it. I got all worked up last couple of weeks about it, and I'm like, I'm just going to try to enjoy what I can and just root for my team and wait for it to happen, because I'm going to have an ulcer or a heart attack or a stroke if I keep worrying about it too much. I tell you what, Frost, he's impressed me. What he's done with UCF, hey, you got to tip your hat to that. Butch Jones might be blackmailing Tennessee. Well, let me tell you a story about Butch Jones. I tweeted about him a couple of years ago. A very, very good friend of mine, son, dated one of the coaches. I'm not going to make any names. I'm not going to name which coach it is, but he was fired. And if you looked up some of my tweets, you could figure it out. I talked to Brett Hubbs and a couple of the people at Knoxville News Sentinel about it, and it wasn't a good deal. He did that guy wrong. But one of my best friends is dating the coach's daughter, and so I got firsthand. I've even talked to the coach in the living room, so I know all about it. So it's just those things about Butch I don't like. The way he handled Jimmy Himes at that interview, when Jimmy Himes wasn't even asking him a hard question. It was just like inquiring about a fight or something, and Butch Jones got all pissy about it. I'm sorry. There's police officers taking bullets for $35,000 a year, and you're making $4 million a year, and you can't handle a hard question? Huh. You need to pack your bags if that's the case. I mean, you're in the SEC. The questions is the least of your concern, and it was a legitimate question. I watched the press conference, and I thought it was pretty chicken of him. Let me scroll back and catch up with y'all here. Another touchdown from Tim Shocker, 50-17. You're right, it is embarrassing. That's why I'm not listening to it. He's going to get fired. I just wish they'd have already done it if they're going to fire him because of that recruiting. Yeah, we don't need another Reach. We don't need another Derek Dooley. You're right about that, Tennessee. I don't think Chip Kelly, I think that, I just don't think he'd make a good fit for us. It'd take him too long to recruit the players that he has to have. That spread, hurry up, Oregon offense, and we don't have the patience for that. We need somebody that can take what we got. Sorry, Catfish, Donnie Shepard. I appreciate that, Donnie. Yes, he will be fired. Yeah. Of course, I think Florida's problem, I don't know that it really was the coaching. I don't know what went on with McElwain. I heard something about he made up some death threats or something, but I thought he was a good coach. You got to think about it. Look how many players have been suspended. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know the story about that. Dream scenario from Joe Gator. Kelly to University of Florida and Gruden to UT. Kelly would fit Florida better than he would Tennessee because Florida already has more speed than we've got, and I think he'd fit in faster there. So that's a good comment there, Joe Gator. Let's see. Emery Morgan, one of my longtime viewers, Georgia fan. If Alabama and Georgia go against each other in the SEC championship, who do you think will win? Well, I think it's going to be a very good game. I don't think Georgia has... They've done a great job covering up their deficiencies on offense. They've had if not the best running back group, one of the best, and that can cover up a multitude of passing sins. And I don't know, that's going to be a tough one. Alabama can stuff the run, and Auburn proved if you stop the run, you can beat Georgia, and that's what I'm worried about with Georgia. I don't think Georgia's overrated, Paul. They're a good team. I agree with you, Donnie. I just think that Alabama's too good on both sides of the ball, and Georgia, I just think they're lacking on the offense a little bit with that young quarterback. I would have to give the nod to Alabama, but I think it'd be a really good game. I really do. Let me catch up with you. Fun fact from Ryan Shrink. McElwain declined Steve Spurrier when he offered him offensive help twice. Huh. That's interesting. Let me go back here. Well, I gave you my answer. I think Alabama would win. Just seeing what Auburn did, and ask me after the Iron Bowl who I think will win, because that's going to tell the tale. If, like Perfection said, if Auburn wins, they go to the SEC championship game, and that would be a rematch for the Georgia, and that would be actually be favorable, I think, to Georgia, in my opinion. Of course, I'm not a guru. Let's see. Yeah, I'm thinking about, that just gave me an idea about W.I.V. I was going to do an SEC championship SmackDown and give a reward. I think I want to do it for the Alabama-Auburn game. So you guys, I don't have many Auburn fans that watch this show. I don't know why, but I've got a ton of Alabama fans, and I've got a few Alabama videos in the vault, and I want some Alabama fans to send me a game-specific video for that Iron Bowl, and I'll do a big montage of it the week of that, and I'll give out a Tiki Totem to the winner. So all you have to do, it's very easy. If you can email the just volunteerroadshow@gmail.com, email me your contact information, and I'll tell you how to do the video. Man, I would love to have a SmackDown and have that as a prize. I think that would be epic, because that's going to be an epic game. I remember the last few years, there have been some really good games. That Kick 6, I'll never forget that. Let me catch up. Georgia's overrated, 2017. I just think, let me address that 2017. I said it earlier. I don't know if you heard it. I think Georgia has done a heck of a job managing Fromm and covering up his deficiencies. But this is put up or shut up time. And if they're going to have any hope of winning anything, they're going to have to let them loose and let the chips fall where they may. That was the only thing I had with, the only problem I had with Georgia today is they didn't let Fromm go. What does Haas have to say? Yes, I know, Haas. Let me tell you something, Haas. I'm the best crow video maker out there, and you didn't even give me a compliment on my crow video when Alabama beat us. All you did was put me on your video, put my mug up there talking smack, and then the third clip was me doing rammer jammer. That was low down. You gotta admit, that was low down. I tell you what, I thought we were buddies, Hoss. Notre Dame in the red zone. Do you think, Paul Horn says, do you think we will beat Vanderbilt? They lost bad to Kentucky. I don't know, Paul. I'm not going to say that's a stupid question. It's just a question I don't know. Who knows? Who knows with this team? Who knows? But I was impressed with McBride. I know we got the wheels beat off of us, but that one drive, I believe it was late in the first half, man, he did good. We got down there to the 5-yard line and had that stupid penalty by Kelly and put us back to the 19-yard line. And, man, he threw a touchdown pass, and he hung in there to the last second. And that's what Garantano is problems with. He needs to watch McBride. McBride has been getting rid of the ball. He's had some questionable intentional grounding throws, but they didn't call it. But Garantano held the ball too long, was taking way too many sacks. And at least McBride was getting rid of throwing it away, and that's what we needed to do. Let me catch up. Yeah, I guess so. Hoss says that was me giving credit to you. Okay, I'll take that one, Hoss. We all have to take lumps on here from time to time. It's nothing compared to how you cut Law Tide up. Hey! He was asking for it. He left, Hoss, he left that wide open where all I had to do was edit his video. I had to do it. I I wished I could have done it on my laptop. I'd have really cut him up. I'd have cut up the whole thing, but I didn't have time. My thoughts on Oklahoma and Miami. I think they're about equal. Oklahoma, the last I checked, was beating the snot out of TCU. And TCU was supposed to be a good team. They are a good team. Let me catch back up with some of these. Hey, Andrew Odom. Hey, Catfish. I appreciate you watching me this year, Andrew. I remember some of your comments. I don't know if I feel bad for Notre Dame or not. I don't know. You're sad, Joseph Trotter. Me too. I'm very sad. I saw your private message you sent me. I responded to you. Who do you think will start QB next year? Well, I was going to say Garantano's more athletic, but hey, Will McBride had a couple of big long runs. He showed me something today. It's going to be a good battle. I think that Will McBride has showed more poise, and I think he's played smarter by getting rid of the ball and not hanging on to it. And like I said, Garantano, he was holding the ball too long, and we don't have an offensive line to hold it as long as he was. He should have been getting rid of the ball, and he hadn't. And McBride at least was doing that for the most part. Let me catch my... Emery says Vanderbilt will probably beat Tennessee. I wouldn't doubt it. Tony Collins, Catfish, do you think Butch is gone after tonight? Recruiting is going to suffer. Recruiting is already going to suffer. That kid from Knoxville, Caden, he's already looking at Georgia and some other teams, and he was committed to Tennessee. And he's a 5-star. And with this new recruiting rule where they can sign him in December, I thought if they're going to fire him, they should go ahead and fire him. I mean, I know we've had a ton of injuries. I just didn't realize how many injuries we had. But me and Big Ball Daddy was talking the other night, and man, the list was that long. And Juwan Jennings, we could have used him this year to bail out these young quarterbacks. Yeah, Ryan, they sure did. Let's see him catch up. All right, 2017, appreciate it. I really appreciate all y'all. Y'all are great. Great. Yeah, I think Jimmy Law, I think you're right. I think Will McBride might be our future. I mean, it's just one game. I mean, he may come out next week and stink it up. You just never know. That's just been the thing with Tennessee. We've been so up and down. Oh, I'll probably be live a little while till everybody gets off here. I've got almost 30 people on here. I'm just enjoying it. I love interacting with you guys. You can ask me questions. All right, Paul, good night. Let me go back here and catch back up because I missed a bunch of them. Y'all want Eason? Yeah, he's going to transfer. And we'll take him. If you don't want him, we'll take him. I think he's a gunslinger. He's got a winner attitude. I don't know. Right now, No, I'm actually going home, Ivy. As soon as I get off of here, I'm going home. I'm park my truck and I'm gonna head to the house, and I'm gonna leave back out for Ohio tomorrow. I've got plenty of time. Yeah, what a game. Roll Tide. I tell you what, if Alabama was going to lose a game, this was the game to lose. I don't think Alabama's going to lose another game. They just don't get panicked. You just sit over there and Saban, that's the best thing about Saban. He just manages personalities. And he can manage a team, and the team feeds off of his demeanor. And Auburn will beat Bama. It's definitely going to be a good game, Kevin Green. Yeah, Tony Collins, you don't have a lot to be happy with, but there's a lot of people, myself included, love to trade places with you. I remember our national championship year in 98. We played Arkansas at Neyland Stadium, and we had that game lost. And it was just a fluke fumble, and we had the cheese to run it down their throat. So, and I wouldn't be too worried about it, Alabama. You got the coach that will correct it. I guarantee you, Nick Saban will be practicing their ass off this week. He's not going to put up with it. See what Haas says. Haas, by the way, y'all need, if y'all haven't subscribed to Haas 4107, you need to go subscribe to him and beg him not to quit doing his videos this year. I've tried, but he ain't listening to me. I talked to a guy yesterday who's going to get into truck driving. I told him about your channel, and he said he would check it out. I told him you could teach him a thing or two through your vids. Yeah, tell him to give me a ring. Look me up on Facebook, Hoss, and tell him, send me a private message. I'll help him get into it. I've helped a lot of people get into trucking. It's really not that hard. Trucking right now, they're dying for drivers. The economy's picking up, and I think I read an article the other day that the industry's 250,000 drivers short. I may not even make it back for Thanksgiving because they've already told me we're wide open. And I may take some hunting time this year, so I'm going to work real hard and hunt a little later. Yeah, tell him, Ivy, don't quit. Falcon Ballers, do I think Butch will be gone? I've answered this a couple of times. If they was going to fire him, they already would have, but I wouldn't be surprised if they scheduled a press conference for Monday and fired him. But I'm not going to get up and dance like the last press conference. Let me tell y'all what happened without that. Somebody made a fake Jimmy Himes Twitter account and said that they were going to, his press conference that he always holds at 1 o'clock on Monday was going to be his termination, and I fell for it, and I found out it was a fake account. And Jimmy Himes is the area Knoxville news and big sports writer, so I dance for nothing. But my dancing days ain't over. I've had lots of people compliment me on my dancing. There's been one or two of you that said it hurts you to see me dance, but I'm gonna keep dancing for them few that like my dancing. I think I've got a few moves. I don't care what you say. Do you think TCU or Georgia can beat Bama? I don't know. I don't think TCU can. Don't fire Ryan. Shriek says don't fire till the end of the season. Look what happened to the interim coach. I know that's the thing you got to look at. You got to say, you got to balance it. Do we fire him now so we can get somebody in here or get the search committee going or whatever, or do we wait to the end of the season with this new recruiting rule? I don't know everything about this new recruiting rule. It's something about they moved the signing day into December, so it's gonna, when you sign that letter of intent, it's done. And I don't think you can go anywhere else without sitting out a year, so that's really thrown a kink into these coaches. It's going to make it easier for teams to fire them earlier in the year with that new rule. I wished I knew more about it. Maybe y'all can research it and fill me in on it. It's something about signing in December. Yeah. Did they really, Falcon? What's the score? Shh.
And McBride drops the football on the ground. Missouri recovers.
57.
Whitesides covers it up. His first fumble recovery of the season.
Jeez. I can't take this. But I love them. So it's hard to love them. Yeah, I bought all them snacks. That was a waste of money. I thought it was going to be party food. Oh, let's see. There was a few of them. Am I owner-operator? Yes, I've been an owner-operator quite a long time. I'm contracted to CFI, which what used to be Conway Truckload. And they're out of Joplin. Who said touchdown? What?
Across the 40 to the 41. Pickup of 9 on the play.
Let's see. Tony Collins says, I think he can develop a QB. Let's see who he says. All right, let's go back up here. Where are you on the thought about Bobby Petrino coming to Tennessee? I've heard a lot about Gruden lately, but I doubt he leaves his cush job with Monday Night Football. That's exactly what I said. Why would somebody make about the same amount of money and all they have to do is show up and talk about a ball game and they don't have to worry about people being mad at them? The Bobby Petrino, he's definitely a big-time coach, and he's done wonders at Louisville. He would be a good one. I don't even know. There's so many names floating out there. I just don't want to reach anymore. I'm tired. The last couple, even Lane Kiffin was a reach. Our last 3 coaches were reaches. Scott Frost from USC, he's a great coach. I think there was something with Petrino about his ethics. Something. He was in a motorcycle accident with his mistress. Well, I don't remember. Was that him that did that a few years back? I think it was. How do I think the season will unfold? At this point, if you want to know, I'm always going to be rooting for my Vols. I love them to death. We'll always have a chance to win the ball game. But my brain says our best hope's going to be Vanderbilt. There you go. I mean, I don't know how to answer that. We're probably not going to a bowl. And here's what I think. It just occurred to me on this firing Butch Jones. If we lose to LSU and we're not bowl eligible, that's when they're going to fire him. They may be trying to hang on to get to the bowl game and get some continuity there. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this. But if we lose one more, we're not bowl eligible, and I think that's when they'll knock him out, because that would leave only one game to have an interim coach, and it's a throwaway game anyway. My playoff top 4. Wow. I think I'd have to go with Alabama, Clemson, Miami, and I don't think Georgia still has a chance to get there. And I'd probably put, who did I say? Alabama, Clemson, Miami, and my 4th one might be Oklahoma. I don't know who all's done what today. Oklahoma beat the snot out of, or was beating the snot out of TCU a little bit ago. Let me get back catching up. Yeah, 5 and 7 teams have made bowls before. That's only because they've got 9,000 bowls and everybody wants to advertise on a bowl. But there's been also a lot of 5 and 7 teams or whatever, 5 and 6 teams that was said we don't deserve a bowl, and that's what I think we should do. Heisman watch. I haven't been paying attention to that. Somebody said that. I done forgot his name, the Penn State quarterback, but I don't know. They've already lost. Who knows who's going to be the Heisman? I don't think there's a big front runner right now. Yeah, I think we can beat Vanderbilt, but I don't know that we can LSU. Yeah, Kentucky. My hat's off to Kentucky. They've done great for being a basketball school. They're getting it turned around, and I'm not a Kentucky fan, obviously, but if I was a Kentucky fan, I'd be glad for them to keep Mark Stoops, and he's slowly turning it around. I'd rather somebody slowly turn it around than hire some big name coach that flops, but I don't know. Yeah, I still love my balls too. Oh man. We are now the, Mike Edwards says we're now the Vanderbilt and Kentucky of the SEC East. Yeah, I know, that's what kills me. But I'm going to make a bold statement. Kentucky fans are going to hate me. And please don't unsubscribe from me. But here's some facts. We've beaten Kentucky way more. We've been way more successful against Kentucky in basketball than Kentucky has been against us in football. So put that in your pipe and smoke it, Kentucky fans. Let me catch up here. Browsy Lewis, you have a shout out. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, we do miss Josh Dobbs, and he's a good guy. And I hope he gets a chance at Pittsburgh, because I think he's a good quarterback. Quentin Chris, yeah, he's gone. They may keep him to the LSU game, like I said earlier. And if we're not bowl eligible, they'll can him for the last game of the season. But at this point, I don't know what to say. That's a question I keep getting asked, and I don't know. Where do you think Georgia will be ranked? If it was a closer game, it'd be easier to tell. But since it was a blowout, I'm going to take a wild guess and say 7. But Auburn's a great team, and it was at Auburn, so everybody has a bad game. And I'm not too down on Georgia. Georgia's a heck of a ball team. And I know you lost. Everybody's going to lose. These perfect seasons are hard to come by. And what we've seen out of Alabama the last few years, we'll never see this again. So that's the only way I think that Nick Saban has ruined college football, which I don't buy that. But it's put the expectations on all these other coaches where they're not really given a chance. Georgia, you're a good team. Y'all have had a heck of a coach that's covered up those deficiencies of your quarterback and have won big. And the blueprint to beat Georgia now is to stop the run. And Auburn proved if you stop the run, you force Fromm to throw, and bad things happen for Georgia. So now that the cat's out of the bag, I think they're going to turn Fromm loose and get some throws out of him. Throws across the middle where they were afraid to intercept it. They're in the run, and they've got to pull out all the stops, Georgia. Y'all are a great team. Don't be too far down. I mean, Auburn's a good team, and it was at Auburn. So, you know, that's how I feel about it. Let me catch up. Hire Mark Rick, get it trending. Auburn is going to beat Bama. It's going to be one heck of a game. While I got everybody on here, I'm going to announce, be watching for a video. I'm going to do my first smack off competition, and I want you fans, Alabama or Auburn fans. I don't have too many Auburn fans. If I've got some, they haven't been commenting. But I've got a few Alabama fans with videos in the vault. I want to have a big video with 5 or 6 of you guys making a smack off for that Iron Bowl, and then I'll play it, and then we'll vote on the winner, and the winner will win a Tiki Totem, and that's a $35 deal. Be looking for that video. It's going to be coming up soon, because that's going to be, you might as well call that the playoffs for the SEC championship game, because Perfection just told me, he reminded me that if Auburn wins, they go to the championship game. Let's see. Mike Edwards, today was the worst offensive performance I've ever seen, and it was Missouri, and I'm still saying VFL. I'm involved for live too. I'm going to still pull for them. With Notre Dame being trashed, let me turn it over here and see what it still is.
Something I proposed.
34-8 in fourth quarter. It's over. I never saw that coming. I tell you, I know it's at Miami, but I didn't see that coming. Let me catch up on this. I'm sorry I'm missing it. I always pride myself in answering every comment on every video, and sometimes it's hard. I forget. At least y'all put up more points than Notre Dame this weekend. Thanks, Hoss. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to scroll back, man. Y'all are... Brosy Lewis wants a shout out. I give you a shout out. Huh. Alright, y'all be sending me some videos, even if it's 10 seconds. Let Auburn have it or let Alabama have it. Make me some videos now. Be looking for me to make one in the next week or two, because I want to have like a Jim Rome type smack off on that Iron Bowl, because that's going to be epic. I may even stream that live and watch it. I don't know. This is my first time doing live, and I think this is fantastic. Let's see. All right, see you later, Donnie. Support Lyle. Justin Scott says, I just noticed something. Auburn would never beat Georgia as bad as Georgia stopped making penalties. That's true. I didn't get to watch the game. Tony Collins, you're the perfect person to make me a video. Don't type it out there. Put it in a video and make it an unlisted video where only the person that has the link can watch it, and I'll put it on one of my videos, and you might have a chance to win a Tiki Totem. Them things are nice. They're about that big. I'm going to show a video of them. So I want all these people talking smack in the comments to make me a video. Alright. BVD's going to make me a video. Make me one, BVD. No cussing. Just emailed you. Alright, good deal. VolunteerRoadshow@gmail.com. I don't know. What is your top 10 teams after this weekend? I need to think about that, Justin Mulligan. There's still a lot going on. I still think I'm going to put Alabama #1. Who else is out there? Clemson #2. I don't know. Clemson, I don't know that they would be in the top 4. They've lost already to Syracuse. Y'all refresh my memory. Who's undefeated still? Me and Uncle Lou should collaborate. Well, we have behind the scenes. He's helped me out a lot on my videos. He's pointed me in the right direction on doing some special effects. I just hadn't had time to take his advice yet. But he's hooked me up with the right program to do it. And I'm hoping next year I'll be able to create some characters for y'all. So, yeah, we've sort of collaborated, just not on TV or on YouTube. Let's see. Rest in peace, Uncle Lou. Has anybody watched his post-game? Uncle Lou's post-game? I hadn't had a chance. Does he break his TV? BVD says, what's up, Vol fans? What's up, SEC fans? What's up, Green Devil fans? Hey, I'm a Green Devil fan thanks to you, Big Vol Daddy. And they've got a good game coming up this next week. And I want all my fans to pull for Green Devils. And you need to go over and watch them videos on BVD's channel. They've got a heck of a ball team this year. And you need to watch some of them. They're good. Green Devils are fantastic. Gotta go, Cat. See you later, Emery. Oh, yeah. Well, all right, Ryan. Well, did he break his TV? That's the only reason I'm going to watch it. I need to know. Oh, almost broke his TV. I hadn't scrolled down. Oh, let's see, man. I'm way behind here. He acts like it, but his wife stops him. Now I've got to watch that. I may steal some of that footage and put it on a video. Yeah, Ivy, we need more people making videos. And you need to make me one for Alabama for the Iron Bowl. You might win that Tiki Totem. Be looking for my video on the instructions on that, because I'm going to be doing that. I've already decided that. Let's see. Alright, good deal. Gate City Blue Devil. He said he wasn't mad. What was he saying at the halftime? Did y'all watch his halftime video? Where at the end he says, but this game don't matter. I'm going to tell you something. The game did matter. May not matter as much as some of the other games, but it mattered. All right, good to see you back, Paul. All right, Mike Edwards, there's the first throwdown. You're coming for that totem. It better be good. I don't want none of this all talk, no action. It better be a good one. No cussing. If it is, no F-bombs. But you can do it. Because I've got a lot of ladies and kids that watch this show, so I had to quit cussing. Let's see. Tony Collins says the totem is mine. I should have them totems. They shipped them to me. I contacted the manufacturer of those totems, and they're letting me buy them, and I'm going to do the fundraiser, and I'm going to announce that too separately, because I've got a couple of charities for truckers that I really near and dear to me. Let me catch up with you. Chris Johnson, how you doing? I appreciate y'all. Y'all make me feel good. I can't believe I have so many Alabama and Georgia and Florida fans watching my show. I'm gonna tell you, when BVD got me into this, I thought I'd be lucky to get 100 views, and I've had 100,000 views since the Florida game, and that just blows my mind. And I was going through my subscribers, and it's over half of my subscribers are non-Tennessee fans, and that just makes me feel really good. Really good. Jamie Holloway, I really appreciate that. That just blows my mind. Everybody tells me that. But Billy Jewell, I just trolled Uncle Lou because of all the Alabama trash talk. No hard feelings for UGA, though. They're cool. Well, he started to stink with that Alabama's average deal, didn't he? Well, you're right about that, Tennessee. Al Davis told us what Lane Kiffin was going to do, and I didn't believe him. I just thought he was butthurt. But he was right. He did exactly what Al Davis said he was going to do. Good night, Perfection. I appreciate you. Justin Mulligan, you was stationed at Fort Campbell. That's 101st Airborne. I appreciate your service there. Catfish by Channel was built by Mammers, but I don't think they're as nice to you like they are me. I've seen some. Them Mammers would wear you out. Alright, Justin Cott, go to church. I appreciate it. Alright, Ryan, I'll be looking for one now. And if y'all want to add some of your greatest moments, I'll splice that out and make another video for that. So send me one about your greatest moments, your greatest games, and all that, like I did with Travis the Longhorn fan and a couple others. I really want to turn this channel over to the fans, and because I know I love seeing these videos of you guys and the passion that y'all have. It doesn't matter if you're a Tennessee fan or not. I mean, I love you guys. And I need some more Alabama fans and Georgia fans making videos for me. And Florida fans and Carolina fans. Do I have any Auburn fans on here? I haven't had the first Auburn fan comment on any of my videos. I don't know what's up with that, but I've got a ton of Bama and Georgia fans and Florida fans. Yes, Captain Shane, it is now a cupcake game, and I hope that changes real soon. What time is it getting to be? 40-8, Miami over Notre Dame. That's over. You just scored again. Go Dogs. Don't hold your head down too much, Georgia. Y'all just ran into a buzzsaw, and everybody has a bad game. It just happened to be somebody that shut your run down, because there's nobody in the SEC that's got running backs like Georgia does. In fact, I think they've got too many good running backs. It's actually a problem, in my opinion. All right, pray for Gruden, Captain. Yeah, me and Big Ball Daddy was talking about all the injured players. He texted me a list. I didn't realize how many players we've got hurt. Shoot, even Nick Saban couldn't have won some of the games we've had. Hey, BVD, do you remember how many you wrote down? You told me on the phone the other day how many injuries we had to starters. Jawan Jennings, Todd Kelly Jr., a bunch of offensive linemen. Who else? Kirkland, Shy Tuttle. Oh, the list just goes on and on. 24, yeah. That's unbelievable. That kind of puts Butch Jones in perspective, even though I think he's not an elite coach, but you got to cut him a little bit of slack. Yeah, Josh Smith. I forgot about him. And Callaway's hurting a little bit. Both our quarterbacks went down, Garantano and Dormady. Yeah, you're right about that, Falcon. Alabama's defense is limping right now, but they'll get it together because they've got a coach. Billy is going to send you a video. All right, I'm looking for it. What's the difference between, here's Tony Collins. What's the difference between an Auburn fan and a large pepperoni pizza? Pepperoni pizza can feed a family of 4. All right, Tony Collins, I want you to answer a question. I don't know how long you've been a fan, but if you could only win one game against Auburn or Tennessee, who do you want it to be every year? If it was just forever, I want you to tell me who that'd be. You'll probably tell me how old you are too. Let's see. Come on, Paul Warren. I'll be cheering for Bama now. That's like a cardinal sin. Good grief, you can't do that. BVD, did you see what Paul Warren just put up there? You live a lot closer than he does. You need to go whoop him. I can't believe that. So, Tony Collins says it'd be Auburn. Okay. Auburn, no doubt. All right, Hoss. What did BVD say? What is the difference between Butch Jones and a bucket of turds? I'm not answering that one. Paul is why we can't win. Yeah, sacrilegious. I agree with you there. Yes, Uncle Lou's team got exposed. It got exposed where if you shut down that run, that's the ticket. They're going to have, Georgia's got to let Fromm go. I mean, what do they have to lose now? Let me catch up here. look on the bright side, Tennessee will have a lot of depth next year. Everyone has played. Hang on, I'm waiting to see you on the field this year. Yeah. I hate that. Wait till next. It's always wait till next year. That seems to be Tennessee's motto. Let's see. You take the turds, John Doe? So, BVD, do you agree with me, a simple yes or no, that if Tennessee is not bowl eligible, that's when they'll fire Butch Jones? You agree with that? So if we lose LSU, it's done. That's what I think. I want to know what you think. I hate Auburn. I dislike Tennessee, Chris Johnson. I don't know if he's ever going to. Here's another one, Tony Collins. What does an Auburn fan and a tornado have in common? They both end up in a trailer park at some point. Man, that's brutal. What part of Tennessee? I lived in Kingston and Lenoir City. All my family, my dad's family's from Farragut. My dad graduated from Farragut in 62 or 3. Let's see. Go Big Blue, my favorite UT fans are in here. Catfish and BVD. I really appreciate that, Big Blue. Hey, Brendan O'Leary. Good to have you on here. Better days ahead, I hope so. I'm way behind here. Captain Shane says insiders say CBJ will be gone this week. That's what they've been saying for 3 weeks. I hope you're right. Alright, Tony Collins, you are hardcore. Grant 34, I can't see that far away. Coming to you live from Knoxville. Glad to have you. You've been a long time viewer. I remember your comments. You go to Farragut? Well, let me tell you something. My family owned all the land where on 40 there between Level Road and Cedar Bluff, where the Mercedes, Lexus, Toyota, Goodies, Knoxville Wholesale Furniture, all that on both sides of Parkside. That Parkside Drive went right through our family's farm. So that's the area that my family's from. Bill Bates went to Farragut. Let's see, my cousin graduated from Farragut in, I think, 81. I've had a few other cousins go there. My dad graduated in 62. Brandon O'Leary is an LSU fan, but I watch y'all's Vols too. We both have a mutual hate of all things Tide and Gator. Let's see. Yeah, I've heard of Saudi Daisy. Wait just a second. Hold on. Whoa. Let me back up here. Ryan Schrick, you go to Farragut. Explain that. And you're a Gator fan? Fishing with Tiny Bass, and you subbed us because of me and BVD, because of Uncle Lou. Yeah, Uncle Lou, he's helped me out behind the scenes on my editing a little bit. He told me about how to do that cloning. I just hadn't had time to learn it. But next year, I'm on inventing a character, and Big Vol Daddy's going on the truck with me here in a month or two, and we're going to spend a long time. We're going to make some great videos. Y'all stay tuned for that. They're going to be side-splitting funny. Appreciate that, D. Lanham. That really means a lot. All these types of comments are great. Let's see here. I need to go back. Man, this is fun as heck. Let's see. I moved from Kingston. I'm trying to remember what year that was. It was the year we played Michigan in the Citrus Bowl and beat them. Does anybody remember when that is? If Garrett's on here, he'll remember. Is it 04? Somebody help me with that. That's when I moved from Kingston down to Florida. Yes, I am going to do more videos. Okay, BVD, you said it was 02. Alright, that was in January, so I think we left that summer of 02, if I remember right. It might have been the year after. That's been a long time ago. When you get as old as me and Keith, all these years run together. Man, Tony Collins, you kill me. Let me read that again. Hold on, where did it go? Tony Collins, did you hear about the Auburn Library burning down? Both coloring books were destroyed. That's what I'm talking about right there. You better make me a good video. If it ain't, I'm going to be mad. Any updates about Cruden coming to Tennessee? He might be visiting, but I don't think he's coming. Oh, me. I've got an Alabama fan friend that is at the same company I'm at. And he's supposed to be making me a real good video. And if he can make a video anywhere like he can talk to you in person, it's going to be top notch. And I can't wait until Lee sends me that. It better be soon. And I don't know if he wants me telling you this, he's from Georgia. All his family, if I remember right, is Georgia fans. He's the black sheep of the family. Yeah, you're forgiven, Paul. Yeah, Falcon, you can joke on him all you want to. Yeah, if they offered him $10 million, that says a lot. Anybody know how much Nick Saban gets paid? He gets a big raise every year, so I haven't been keeping track. How do you keep an Auburn team out of your yard? Put up a goalpost. Oh, 11.5, 12 million. Wow. How do you get a Bama fan grad off your porch paying for the pizza? Okay, that's a good one. $1 zillion. How do you get a Bama fan off your front porch? Oh, yeah, he beat you there, Big Ball Daddy. Yeah, we can't do any vulgar ones. It's got too many kids on here. Well, you do got a lot of them, Tony Collins. Alright, so we've got it settled. We're going to have a contest for the Iron Bowl, and y'all better send me 10, 15, 30-second, minute-long videos telling me why your team's going to win. And whoever does the best smack talking without a lot of cussing will win a Tiki Totem. So y'all heard it. Yeah, they won't have no toilet paper. Yep, they've already covered them trees. Yes, Father, it was a crazy game. Right down to the end. Man, y'all are making some great comments here. I just can't scroll fast enough. I've been on here for an hour and a half. So, BVD, when are you getting on the truck with me? Devin says Tennessee is getting better. Well, I was impressed with Will McBride. I know we didn't win, but for his first start, he wasn't the best quarterback in the world, but he showed a lot of poise that Garantano hadn't. He got rid of the ball a lot more better than Jarrett did. How do you get Georgia to win? Put a Waffle House in the end zone. The juice bar is cursed, huh? Oh, yes, I did hear about that, Ryan. Farragut did win the state championship for the first time ever last year. Huh. Captain Shane says he gave his LSU ticks away to watch the mocks instead. Yeah, I give him the Farragut Admirals. That's where all my family went. All right, see you, Brandon. How about them Gamecocks? Yep, they beat Florida. Went to Powell. I've got a good friend that lives in Powell and went to Powell High School. He would have graduated in the late 70s. He's a mechanic there now in kind of the Clinton Powell area. Tim Roberts. Falcon wants me to read this. How does an Auburn fan keep a Bama fan out of their backyard? Don't plant trees. That's a good one. Did he ever get out of jail, or did he even go to jail, that guy that killed them trees? Where do you think my dogs will be ranked next week? Just off the top of my head, because I haven't looked at it, I'm going to say 7. I don't think they'll drop as far as people think they are. They may not even drop that far. They may only go back to 5 or 6. Alright, see you later, Tony. Well, see you later, Paul. I'm trying to scroll back through these and y'all are commenting faster than I can read. Well, guys, I think I'm going to get off here. It's getting late. This live's been fun. I'm going to do it again next week. What do y'all think? Give me a yes if you want me to do it next week. Alright, guys. Alright, and it's a deal. Good night, Hoss. Yeah, we need to do one together, BVD. We will when we get on the truck. We're gonna have an epic time. Oh, then this train is pissed. I don't blame you. Justin Mulligan, I don't know. It's too early to say. Well, I'm really getting off here. I really appreciate y'all. Please dab for Tennessee. How does that go? Or something like that. I don't know. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. I dab for Tennessee. Alright, guys. Good night. I'll sing Rocky Top at another time. I can't let everything out of the bag. I might even dance next week. Alright, guys. Good night.